Being a human, sometime we lost our track. Yeah, so this morning when I woke up, so alarm rang around 5, but at the time I was still feeling to sleep. I don't know why, but sometime it happened. But generally my eyes open around 3:30 or 4. Sometime I feel, oh, wake up, let's go do the task. But that is not the correct time. At least before 4, it's not good time to wake up or start doing your task. Today, alarm rang, it went up around 5. So I set the alarm 5 and I woke up, and then I same thing every day that what I do. I went to bathroom, washroom, did all those things. After drinking water, then I came back. I grabbed the mat. I laid it on the floor and I did exercise. Even I was thinking not to do exercise today. Yeah, this obstacle comes sometime. So I was thinking somewhere my mind was asking me to not do exercise. Let it be. Just sit on the laptop and do some tasks. Meanwhile, some tasks while lingering in my mind, like I was talking about parts of a speech. See what happens when you are occupied, when you are engrossed about some task or what you do. So that task always linger in your mind. So being an English teacher, these all small part are always somewhere sitting in our mind or in my mind. Basically, I was planning to make some content how to teach teenager. I have been teaching globally, working professional, but the idea came in my mind that why should not I teach teenager? So because some of the guardian, I have been teaching guardian, some of the guardian they are interested to teach their children, or they want to give that responsibility to me. So I was just planning something. It will not take longer to plan because everything is in my mind. But when it comes to children or working professionals, so working professional teaching is quite different when it comes to children. See, logic somewhere remains same. English is same, vocabulary are same, rules are same. But when it comes to children, they are a school-going children, so we have to care about their curriculum, about their study, about their environment. Instead of teaching how to speak well, I must care about the grammar. See, when it comes to grammar, I take care of grammar part to the working professional too. But for children, it should be in more details. Meticulously, I need to prepare so that they might not face, even though they are studying, they are when it matters to their study, so it may help them over there so that guardian can realize comfort. If I'm doing teaching or after teaching the same subject somebody is lacking behind, what is the use of being a teacher? Yeah, so we must understand our responsibility. So because of that, this idea was lingering in my mind. So I was thinking to learn about, I know each and everything, these all part, but even whatever we know, sometimes we want to deep dive about the subject. So it was lingering in my mind that about talking about material noun or common noun, these all kinds of things. Meanwhile, I thought not to leave the exercise. Yeah, because I know everything starts from here. And if this is strong, things will be okay. Otherwise, many people I met, I teach, they all are somewhere lagging behind. They are on the medication, they are taking medicine every day, or when these people contacted to doctor, even doctor advises that take a walk in the morning. At least if you're not gonna do a lot of exercise, to make your body flexible, at least go for a morning walk. That is a great way in the early morning. So if doctor started suggesting you, it means you are somewhere in danger. Before such situation lie in your life, start walking yourself. Otherwise it will harm your lifestyle, or later on we regret oh my god, I should not have done that, I could have done this, blah blah. A lot of things start coming as a suggestion, advice. But what is the use of thinking now? What is the use of regretting? Because already we squandered time when there was right time, precise time, we squandered, we wasted. But why? Okay, let it be. That is the matter of life. A majority of people, they lie in this category. Yeah, in this category, a majority of people lie, or they later on realize, or they must be on medication. They are taking medicine every day. So these all things were lingering, but I could not omit my exercise. I did that, and after doing that, I sat on my chair, I cleaned the table. Meanwhile, my wife asked me, she whispered, "Hey, please take your son outside." She, she couldn't wanted to say loudly because if she had told it, my son might have listened to her and he may get angry with her. So she whispered in my ear, "Take him outside," because he was lying on the bed. Or then, after finishing my exercise, I went to the bed. I asked him politely. I was not harsh when I asked him. I was not ailing today. Earlier, I used to be. Or it was my habit that if I asked him once or he did not follow, he didn't adhere what I said, he defied. So I used to be angry. So that is not a good way. And these all idea, these all mechanism, these all behavior we get across by reading great people books. So when we read a book, there are lots of experienced people. They share their past. They share how we have to tackle our life. Because see what happens. Suppose I started yelling at him. It means I'm also angry. I'm furious. Being a furious generate a lot of chemical in my mind that is not optimistic. Somewhere it creates negativity in the mind. So we should not get angry, not get upset. Instead, we must be in the polite way, turn that, diffuse whatever matter you are thinking to ail, or having rage against somebody, or you wanna flare your anger, venting your anger. Better to not do that. Better to not go in such frustration. We must be normal, think once, turn all the idea in normal instead of being intense, harsh. So I generally gently I motivated him instead of saying, "Hey, come outside. I told you again and again, every day I need to come here and I wanna say you. Why shouldn't you get my point?" Instead of being harsh, I just motivated him. "Hey, come out, wake up. I know you can wake up. Now you're a good guy." So I just encouraged him, and now he woke up. But it does not get end. I know. Once I go, I ask him to wake up. I go to teach. So what happened? He start again lingering somewhere on the bed, and again starting tossing, turning, blah blah. He is starting making the bed so that he must pass the time. But I did not leave the chance because my wife already whispered in my ear, "Don't let him be there. Try to get him out of the bed. Fetch him out of the bed." So I did the same, or finally I took him out. I asked him, "Hey, come outside." I grabbed the bottle, water bottle, I handed it to him, or asked him to come with me. Or he came outside. He was like in a drowsy, yawning, early morning. Nobody wants to wake up early in the morning. We all are human. Or we want to sleep a little more because I don't know, in the morning it's great time. Why does it happen? I don't know. It's a great time. We want more to sleep, and I didn't let him do that. I didn't give him chance to sleep more. Or he came in the hall, or now I was keeping an eye on him, and finally he came outside. I started laptop. I set the camera. But what happened? The guy who was about to take a class, he didn't turn up. Might be because yesterday he told me he was somewhere at home. He wanna go to the city, so it may take time. Might be somewhere he got some problem, or he couldn't reach on time. Or if she reached, he might have reached later on, so that he might be sleeping. Lot of factors maybe, but not clarity. So that is why he did not turn up, and I was still sitting waiting for him. Finally, after waiting a few minutes, I turned it off. I grabbed my phone and this Bluetooth earbud, or I descended a staircase, and again the same routine. I was listening about the American news, and in the American news, on the bombarding is happening about the Kamala Harris, about the Donald Trump, or they all are somewhere neck and neck. Neck and neck means they are running, or nobody can predict. The competition is so stiff, so competitive. Nobody can predict who is gonna win. But still, the media, some research said they are showing that the Kamala Harris is somewhere leading this election, but nobody can predict until the result comes. So this is what is happening. And see, one of the great thing nowadays, what I'm coming across, people are using tools, AI tools, generating somebody's sound, and they are making kinds of video to just making some rumor, creating conflict within the people. So it was claimed by the FBI American. They are saying that some Russian guy, they are making some video trying to manipulate it within the public in America in terms of in somebody's support. So they are just making somebody sound like Kamala Harris or Donald Trump sound using the tool, or they are making some kinds of video to addressing people in the ruthless way, or in the way that should not be, so that this may be the reason to provoke people or get people anger. So these kinds of tools are being used. The media, they are always addressing people. Don't fall under these kinds of activity that is being done by such evil minded people. So nowadays the AI tool is great tool. Again and again I am trying to shed a light on this, but these are somewhere in the hand of evil minded people, corrupt minded people. They are wanting to take an undue advantage, and they are taking that. Instead of being utilized by the right guy, it is being utilized by somebody. They are using it in different way. So these all things are happening, guys. See, why am I speaking this? My name is Alok. I have been teaching globally one-on-one class. Why do I narrate these all things? Sometimes you might be thinking that what do I speak and why should I say this? See, whatever things we have in our mind, if we are able to portray it, if we are able to narrate it, it means somewhere we are able to speak wherever we go. It's not about here. Wherever we go, we can speak, we can elaborate our idea, whatever things is coming in our mind, or expressing our thought, presenting our idea. It is called public speaking. It's not beyond that. If you are able to narrate, if you are able, whatever thought is in your mind, if you are able, capable of exposing it out, it means you are able, even wherever you go, you are comfortable to talk with anybody, you are comfortable to share your idea with the people. For that, to be a great, to be a spontaneous speaker, we must speak something that we know. Otherwise, what will happen? We are non-native people, or being a non-native people, it means we are not in practice. At home you are not speaking, with the society we are not speaking. Yeah, occasionally somewhere we go to the office, hospital, PTM, there we need to speak, but not always. So that being in practice, it's important to speak, so that you are in the habit of speaking. Otherwise, somewhere you will start dwindling your strength. You will realize that somewhere your confidence is gonna be dissipated. Why? Because it demands a lot of practice. Or if we are not practicing, it means somewhere we are gonna lose the courage. So try to not lose your grip over this. Be consistent on it. Always try to be in the way, in the methodology that you want. So try to enrich instead of decrease your curiosity about when it comes to a spoken communication skill. So be on the path, keep learning, or a day will come when you will get to know everything what you think you are able to narrate, because now you are a spontaneous speaker, not you are thinking or trying to make sense, you are trying to connect the dot, where to put verb, where to put auxiliary verb, main verb, object, subject. These all things are already somewhere set in your mind, it is programmed. Now you don't need to think that details, but still you are able to narrate everything. So thank you. Sun has come today, it has risen. I noticed it's gonna be hard now, but not that much. Still you notice this, the white days, it still seems like misty day, hazy day. But again, after a few minutes it would be the harsh sun, the sunlight will be, surrounded, or the cloud will be penetrated by the strength of the sun. So this is how we are noticing here. And thank you. Don't stop the way of communication. Start talking about whatever you know, so that you're gonna be a spontaneous speaker. Thanks and bye bye.